I'm gonna open up these phone lines real quick. I enjoy when this man is on our show. Last time he came by was in 2018, I believe. And we were talking about this magnificent platform that he created. And I remember the early days of Rolling Loud. And one of the things I appreciated about it is what they've done, they've been able to create, what they've been able to visualize and manifest, and the way they've been able to create a platform that helped so many people reach their goals and dreams. I salute that. That's the same spirit in which we came into the business. Sway and King Tech, when we first started doing our world famous wake up show, that's the same spirit we came into this game doing with MTV, and the same spirit we came into this game doing Sway in the Morning. So I want to welcome him back to the show, the one and only Tariq Cherif, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey,
Tariq. Hey, do I say your last name correctly, brother? Do I say the last name correctly?
Yeah, Tariq Cherif, you got it.
Okay, yeah, that's me, baby. That's what I do, man. Come on, man. You know I'm in and out the park, man. Look, I want to go back in time. Last time you were here, we were talking, and this is what you had to say. Right now, man, arguably this guy has the most popular music festival in the game. One of the co-founders of Rolling Loud. Please welcome Tariq Cherif. Man, it's good to have you on the show.
I'm so humbled to be here. Like, we started in this business as fans, you know. That's love. So it's a blessing to just be part of the conversation and to be able to contribute positively. Now this thing that we built has grown to have its own personality, its own everything. It runs itself without us. Like, if me and Matt die, like, somebody will pick up Rolling Loud and it will have an identity to stay truthful to. And I'm very proud of that. It's also a big responsibility that we don't take lightly, and we're just proud, man. Well, like, coming from trying to be a rapper to all of a sudden being in the business, like, it's dope.
There it is, man. You just never know where things may end up, Tariq. You know, I started off as an MC. You know, it's music out there to prove it. You started in the game as a rapper, but you never rapped on this show. You got 8 bars for us?
Help!
I'll give you a little. I'll drop a few bars. I got some old ones.
Okay, let's do it. I'm right. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, let me get something a cappella.
Man, I probably wrote this one in like 2010 or something.
Okay,
but it was like, I'm a dope individual known for stacking residuals, politicking with criminals and 5-star generals of third world countries you ain't never seen and never will. I seen shit that your words can never heal, but I hustle though. Yeah, bro, give me about a month or so. I better stack stacks taller than a month ago. Real shit. And now my baby started teasing, as if I need a reason to be scheming for the cream, but I don't. I'm focused like the lens in the shutter. I could keep going, but that was more than 8.
Yo, he caught a flow right there.
He said, fall back, fam.
Yo, what happened? Why'd you stop?
I mean, you said 8. I felt like I was going too long, but I'll finish it.
Okay.
I'm focused like the lens in the shutter. So zoom into the scene and see I'm sizzling like butter on the pan. As hot as I am, I'll never come down. I'm higher than the world trading, bitch. I won't come down till I blow up. I'm switching the flow up and finna roll up a raw paper filled with chronic. Word to Josh, he sent me enough packs to never run out. Boxes and boxes. I'm smoking out until the fucking cops come to stop me.
Boom.
Damn. Hence, Rolling Loud, ladies and gentlemen.
There
I love it, man. I love it.
Don't judge me on that.
Nah, but I think it's something. There's something to be said.
It's real bars, man. I'm talking about my baby started teasing, as if I need a reason to be scheming for the cream, but I don't.
I love that. How far did you get as an MC?
I never put out one song. I was very careful. I made like 50 joints, but I wasn't confident in the delivery or just the image building of it, and I just thought there were better brands of artists out there. I just didn't really see my place in the game, and I just hung it up.
Did anyone tell you couldn't make it, or was it because of reaction, or was it just your own personal? Nah,
I never really showed too many people my music. Like, there's only like handfuls of people that ever heard my music. So nobody really told me I couldn't make it, but I just made the decision on my own. Like, also, like, the thought of like a lot of people either liking you or not liking you. It was a lot of, the thought of that was so much pressure. I was like, I don't want to enter into that arena. And now I'm kind of in that because I got a little bit of a following for doing this Rolling Loud thing. And I'm realizing, like, yeah, if I would have been an artist, this would be way worse.
Wow.
That's crazy.
He's
now,
so right.
Right? Matt and you guys went to elementary, right?
Yeah, Matt and I met in 4th grade. That's my business partner, one of my best friends, my brother, his family, really. And we just been rocking ever since. We threw parties together in high school, in college, and then decided to make it a legit business.
Yeah, but y'all also I won't use the word failed together, but you in the beginning you had events that didn't go as planned.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And we took hella L's.
You took hell. That's what I want to talk about too. Before this, you guys took a lot of L's, and a lot of people feel like once they take one L, that maybe this route ain't for them. It's the L's that help make you who you are. You learn from the L's, right? So when you were taking the L's, what prevented you from being discouraged and just doing something totally different?
Honestly, I look at losses like college tuition. You know, it's for the rap game, there's not really a school you can go to learn all these hard lessons that you learn from actually being in the game and making mistakes. The best thing you could learn from is a mistake, in my opinion, or just a loss or whatever. So I just took it like that. Like anytime we took a loss, I was like, all right, this is my tuition right here. And this is what I would be paying to go to school for this. So I'm paying in my losses. So that's kind of how I viewed it in my mind. And it worked out.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, absolutely. Rolling Loud. We talking Rolling Loud. They got some events coming up Friday. It's already sold out, Miami. It's already sold out, Miami.
Well,
July 23rd, Friday. Sunday 25th at the Hard Rock Stadium. A$AP Rocky, Travis Scott, Post Malone. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Friday through Sunday, pardon me.
Yes,
this is
sir.
the first major festival back since the COVID. We've all been waiting on you.
Oh, wow.
We all been waiting on you, man. The Rolling Loud has been a lifeline to so many different artists. You know, so congratulations. So many artists, that's XXXTentacion, Trippie Redd, a lot of these artists we learned about through this platform. How many artists were calling you guys during the COVID saying, man, when are you coming back? Who was calling you?
Honestly, everybody, you know, because we had the show booked for 2020, then we had to postpone it to 2021, and we actually postponed it a couple times in 2021. We had it for February, then May, and now finally in July. So it was just a lot of people all the artists want to get back to doing what they do. You know, we derive a lot of our happiness comes from doing what we do on these stages, and not only that, but the feedback. You know, it's cool to see the comments and it's cool to see the likes and all that online engagement, but you don't really feel that feedback until you step on that stage and people know the words of your music. So I think people have really been missing that. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna tell you right now. When I see when the crowd is going crazy and we're finally back at it this weekend, I already know I'm gonna drop tears because like this is what we do it for. I do it to look out there at that crowd and see people having a good time. At the end of the day, that's why we got into it.
Yeah, man, that's dope, HB.
No, that's really dope. Then how do you relax? Because to me, I know you said you didn't really pursue that part of the game, the getting out there yourself with a microphone and performing. But I still view you as an artist because you are creating. How do you relax then? What does your downtime look like, if you don't mind sharing that?
I just chill at the crib. I got a wife. I got 2 kids, a 10-year-old boy, and my daughter just turned 4.
Beautiful.
That's hanging out with them. I guess
Beautiful.
isn't really relaxing. But when I watch like the Marvel movies with my son, that's kind of like the most relaxing thing I do. I smoke my little weed.
Yeah, I mean,
and I'm into
Rolling
like
Loud
and working out, and so I play some sports here and there, work out. I'm a skateboarder, surfer, so I do that stuff too. I meditate every day. I've been meditating for like 400 something days straight. I started during COVID, just because. Beautiful. I'm also gardening. I got a little garden at the crib. I'm growing my little tomatoes and such.
Nice.
Yeah, you know, just trying to live this life, man. There's a lot of stuff you can do in this life if you put the phone down and just kind of open your eyes and get outside.
I love it, man. If you haven't heard of Rolling Loud, you need to dig it up, man. We got Tariq Cherif here with us right now. One of the things you guys are doing that I didn't even understand it when I heard it. Talk about innovation and first time ever done. WWE will be filming live Friday night SmackDown matches on the main stage at Rolling Loud, bro.
Yes, sir. This is like a childhood dream. You know, I grew up watching wrestling, Shawn Michaels, Hulk Hogan, Generation X, X-Pac, the NWO, whether it was WWE or WCW or like all the different wrestling companies, I would watch them all. Obviously, WWE is the biggest and best. And I don't even remember how the conversation started, but we have a wrestling expert on our team named Wilson who loves wrestling and is still a massive fan of this day. He goes to WrestleMania all the time. So our teams were talking with their teams, and next thing we know, we came up with this concept. So basically, we're gonna have 2 wrestling matches at Rolling Loud Friday night on the main stage. Those will be broadcast on Fox.
Wow!
For millions of people that tune in to SmackDown Friday nights, and then at the same time, they're gonna also be in Cleveland the same night doing the rest of the matches for like the main event with John Cena and stuff. So it's like a multi-city thing for WWE, and for us it's a great opportunity to get Rolling Loud on Fox in front of people that normally wouldn't tune in to Rolling Loud, you know. So it's a mutually beneficial thing. It was 2 brands coming together and kind of just doing a cool trade.
Yeah, a cool trade. Man, this is huge.
Winning Wednesday.
Winning Wednesday. He said
Winning Wednesday thing really is what it is.
It's a cool trade.
It's a cool trade. Man, that's huge. What are you talking about?
It's a cool trade, Sway.
It's
a cool
trade.
I mean, it's massive. It really is. I'm a little understated, but yeah, it's crazy.
Wow, man. Tracy, you want to jump in here? I'm blown away right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm curious, T, because there are so many different festivals and more that are popping up, and seeing even like artists themselves who are curating. I just saw her just announced that she has a festival. And when we think of business, you know, when you have a business plan and you have to consider who your competition is that the case when it comes to festivals? I know a lot of times it's so focused on like the region, and so I'm wondering if you consider all these other festivals your competition, and then also if as peers you guys share tips on, you know, what the infrastructure is like, especially post-COVID. How can we tighten things up? What is the scene like with your peers?
Yeah, I'm on a weekly call every week with a bunch of other festival founders, and if they're not the founder, they're the person that runs it. And we share notes every week and updates as far as what's going on in all our markets with getting back to doing shows, and as well as like who we're booking and stuff like that. Other festivals are really only competition to us if we're in like the same region and going for the same artist. Mm-hmm. And then we're like, because you know, each festival has a radius clause, so only one of the festivals in the region, if they're in the same time frame, can get an artist. So sometimes there's a little competition like that, and which drives up the booking fees. So at the end of the day, the artists win there, which is good for them. But no, I don't really see any other festival as competition. I'm flattered when, you know, I see other hip hop festivals have started to pop up in the last few years. Obviously not during 2020, but before 2020 and now this year as well. And I'm flattered by it because, you know, we were inspired by Rock the Bells. Rock the Bells was for a different era, and I was also inspired by, you know, the EDM festivals and stuff. I just wanted to create something for this modern era of hip hop, and that's what we did. And now I see there's some others that are popping up, kind of copying our formula, and to me that just means what we're doing is great.
Absolutely, man.
That's a great attitude. Could you also share a bit of the process when you guys are curating a show. Like, how do you decide who's going to be the headliners? Are you thinking about who the hottest artist is currently versus sometimes thinking, all right, what's an icon that we can really bring back? What goes into your head for that?
And pretty much exactly what you just said. Like, for instance, the New York lineup, we have a balance of an icon, 50 Cent, who's been in the game for a while and is undeniably an icon, right?
Yeah.
For a certain era, but he's continued it to today, right? And then we have Travis Scott, who represents the modern day rage, mosh pit music, and then we got J. Cole that gives you a different vibe and more like also from the quote unquote newer school, but more lyrical, more thoughtful, quote unquote. So we try to have our headliners have different vibes. Same with Miami. We got A$AP Rocky, Travis Scott, Post Malone, 3 different vibes. So it's about just giving people options. We want any fan to be able to come to the show and at least 10 artists on the lineup. And there's a lot of different types of hip hop fans. Some people are skew more lyrical, so they're gravitating to J. Cole and Currency and Action Bronson, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And some people want that mosh pit music. They want Travis Scott, Playboi Carti, Lil Uzi. Can't leave out the females, Megan Thee Stallion, Coi Leray, Flo Milli, etc. So it's just about catering to everyone's tastes and our own tastes as well. So our team is very involved, and we're all on social media every day, finding new music, and it's a whole alchemy magic sort of thing that ends up in a lineup.
Wow. You know what I always wondered too is with festivals, a lot of times, man, like let's say for example, hypothetically, you got J. Cole on one stage and Travis Scott on the other stage, and then they're performing at the same time, but I want to see both. Do you get that feedback sometimes that damn man the two?
I mean, we won't put something that big up against each other, but we do have to put artists up against each other for capacity reasons. If you had if you had only one artist performing at a time on one stage, and everybody would go to that stage, the other stages would be empty. And it becomes like a crowd flow issue and a capacity issue. So we'd have to sell way less tickets, and then if we sell way less tickets, then we're booking way less artists. So it's a balance, right? But we try very hard to curate it in a way that, like I said, the different types of fans are going to still be able to see the artist they want. So like we won't put like Playboi Carti up against Lil Uzi Vert, because like we know that those fans want to see both,
Okay.
But we'll put I don't want to say the wrong one, but hypothetically what you said might work, a Travis Scott, J. Cole up against each other, but I wouldn't do that because those are two big artists. But like I'd put Currency up against Playboi Carti, because like Currency fans aren't really tripping about going to a Playboi Carti set. They want to just go vibe to some spitter.
I see what you're saying. So what do you do in the case of the rap gang got a lot of beef? You know what I mean? If you got people who are in conflict on the same show, how do y'all, like security wise, how have y'all prepped for this year? And especially this two-part, when you have artists who aren't getting along, how do you accommodate for that? And then also with COVID being here now, how has that adjusted your security detail?
So for the beef stuff, we try to, if anybody's got beef on the lineup, we try to separate them on different days.
Okay.
And then not allow them to come on the other days. Also, we just have a strict no gun policy. So we're searching at the artist, all entries, but especially the artist entry, making sure there's no firearms coming in, and just talking to all the teams as well, and doing our own research about the beefs, and just trying to keep people separate. I mean, obviously we've had a couple fights at Rolling Loud, but nothing too crazy. And then as far as COVID, we're encouraging everybody to be safe. We have masks available. We are encouraging vaccination and wearing masks. And most of our artists are actually vaccinated, and most of our fans are as well. So we're just looking forward to a safe time. We stress safety in all of our conversations. That's the biggest thing for a festival is safety. So
safety. Woo, man. Go ahead.
I was going to ask T real quick. Was there somebody? Obviously, you are a fan of the artists that you all decide that will be on the festival. But did some artists in particular stand out and win you over even more after you saw their live performance?
Oh, you got me on the spot. Let me think.
Because for me,
honestly, Lil Baby. I'm gonna tell you right now, Lil Baby, and Gunna performed together. I think it was. Well, first of all, Gunna in 2018, he went crazy. He was on. We had him on stage 3 in Miami, and he had it looking like a main stage. It was nuts. And then Lil Baby and Gunna that same year, they joined each other on stage in the Bay Area, and Drip Too Hard and had just come out and all that stuff. So it was great, and I saw the crowd responding to this Southern sound, right? This Atlanta music in the Bay Area, and they were going crazy for it, and I was just like, oh, wow, yeah, these guys got it.
Got it.
You know who I saw was Coi Leray at she performed on one of the stages in Miami, didn't she?
Yeah, she's performed in Miami and New York, and she's performed at a bunch of our shows.
Yeah, I was in Miami, and bro, I didn't know who she was. I was like 100. I was 100 yards. I don't even know how far I was away. And I was like, damn, who was that? It wasn't even a big crowd in front of the stage, but the crowd that was the crowd that grew in front of the stage, purely because of her energy, was amazing. I sat and watched her whole show. I had never seen anything quite like it. You guys have been,
dope.
Yeah, it was incredible. I was like, who's that? Who's this? Who's that? I'm just asking kids, the whole nine, and looked her up. And since then, she's become who she's become. You guys got a lot of stories like that. Where you help launch careers, back with the SoundCloud era, I used to manage Wi-Fi's funeral. We helped a lot with him, and then I was very, very helpful with XXX Tentacion and Ski Mask Slump God and Lil Pump and Smoke Perp, and now I manage Ski Mask, which is an honor. I feel like I manage the most lyrical rapper from his generation, and I love lyricism, so it's an honor to be helping him with his career. Honestly, man, the same reason you got into it, like what you were saying at the beginning of our conversation, it just rings true for me. Like, I love to. It's a little different for me because it's two-part for me. On the one hand, I do love to just entertain people. From when I was a kid, I love to throw parties. I just like to show people a good time, right? But the other thing is I just really love this culture. I really love this music. I'm in it, and I just want to spread it, and I want to make it have a good name. I don't want people to ever have a bad name, bad taste in their mouth when it comes to hip hop, the hip hop culture. I like to dispel rumors. Like in certain parts of white America, or I don't know what I should call it, but there's certain people have their premonitions or their judgments about hip hop and what that comes with, and I just like to squash those rumors because we really are a positive community. And we shine bright, and we run the world, and we run culture, and I just like to help show that to the world. Hey, man, that's enough for me, man. Give this man a round of applause right there.
Super round of applause.
Rolling Loud Miami tickets are sold out, but it's happening Friday through Sunday at the Hard Rock Stadium. Friday night SmackDown, WWE matches will be on the main stage. Rolling Loud will be in New York October 28th through the 30th, Halloween weekend. We will be there. I know my man Tariq is going to make sure that Sway and the Morning Crew is right there with excellent seats and a view of what's going on. Right, Tariq?
Come on, you know it, Sway.
Okay, cool. And listen, man, congratulations on everything. I can't wait. We can't wait to get to Rolling Loud. And proud of you, brother. Tell Matt the same thing. Proud of you guys, man. Keep going.
I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate the time and the spotlight you put on us, and the mutual respect is admired and appreciated. And it's a long time. I remember watching you on TV when I was a kid. So just being on conversations with you, this is legendary for me.
Oh, man.
I really meant what I said in 2018, too. That playback clip that you played, like just hearing that back and being 3 years ahead of that time now. And it's really, I still feel the same way.
That's what's up, man. Appreciate you, man. One day I'm going to get to introduce an act. Heather and Tracy and I'll get to introduce an act at Rolling Loud. That'll be fun. All right. Hey, man, let's do it, man. Continue success, brother. Good luck this weekend. It's going to be great. And when you cry on stage, take a picture of it or post a video. I want to see it. I'm going to repost it when you cry on stage, okay?
All right, that's a bet then. Hey, it's Winning Wednesday. Grand
yes.
Rising. Let's get it, y'all. Everybody have a great day. Keep it locked right here on K45. Sway's Universe, Sway in the morning. Get that crust out your eye like DJ Drama says.
There you go. We rolling loud, baby.